The moment you've all been waiting for is here. Let's get it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sham back with another Hunters Arena Legends video, and today is a very special one, man. I really worked hard on this video. I really thought a long time about this video. There's a lot of things I'm still unsure about, man. This game, it's been out for almost 2 weeks, so you know, we still learning shit, man, but we finally are bringing y'all boys the guide tier list, the tier list of Hunters Arena. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go through every character. We gonna try to talk as much as we can about it. This might be a video that's on the longer side, but man, if you fuck with this type of content, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about how I ranked your main. If any of your, your mains that I ranked and you feel are completely wrong, let's have a discussion down in the comment section, man. This video should do very well. It should be a video that's just full of debate. Just remember, man, I'm biased towards certain characters, and that's okay. This is my opinion. I'm also doing this video with D Wood today. We was trying to get Dre, but we couldn't. So me and D Wood are gonna try to go through all these characters, and I really hope y'all enjoy the content, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's completely free to subscribe. I need your support because y'all been going crazy. So we need to keep this shit going, keep this shit rolling, bro. Much love to y'all as always, man. And make sure y'all turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another motherfucking bang. Let's get it, bro. We gonna go into Aiden, man. This video, bro, I don't even know how this video gonna be. Like, this bitch might be long as fuck. Like, it is what it is, though. All right, we gonna go into Aiden, bro. Aiden is pretty much, in my opinion, S tier. So that's how I'm feeling about Aiden. I think Aiden is literally the most versatile person and most balanced person on the game because he literally has a launcher. In this game, launchers are pretty much the most important thing. He has a launcher. He has a ranged attack for people who want to, try to get away and escape or play range. He's good against Momos. And then he also has a fucking shield that he can throw down that blocks projectiles, and then he has a move
that shield's also a launcher too.
Yeah, right. No, it's not a launcher, I don't think. Well, I've only used it at the end of the combo.
Yeah, bro.
It is? Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
all right, so there you go, chat. And then on top of that, he has the ability to help teammates with his fourth skill, which basically gives the team shields, and then also it damages the other team when you open it and you close it out. His passive is probably the coolest thing about him because if you run out of stamina, you get to counter that counter, basically. So if people knock you out of stamina with Aiden, you can never really trip about it. Hey, I don't see how he's not S tier. That's pretty much how I feel about it. People might not like that, but Aiden is S tier as fuck. He can literally counter anybody in the game.
Yeah, I have no complaints about that, bro. And I'm looking at that skill. I'm lying. That shit a knockback, but I'm like you. I use it in a combo, so shit, it knock him back up as a launcher, mid combo.
Oh shit. Yeah. See, I use it at the end. But yeah, all right, so that's it for Aiden. I ain't gonna take too long on him. Next up, we have Aura, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't played much of Aura. I played one game with her, and I did go the fuck off with her. That's why it would be good to have Dre here, because Dre played like probably about 10 matches in a row, felt like, with Aura, and he was going off. He was getting 10 bombs left and right. I do feel like Aura is A tier, simply because she's so setup based. Like, there's a lot of things that you have to set up, and she's a really good juggle character, but I don't think her range is the best range when it comes to being a long range character. I like how she can set out orbs that damage the enemies, and also if your teammates run into those orbs, it gives you like skill damage or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then also I like her launchers. I like all of her range like skill moves, but when it comes to her, I feel like since her range isn't that great with her basic attacks, it's kind of hard to get in on people. But when she does get in and you can set up some juggles, she's really strong. I think she's a solid character. I'm pretty sure D Wood ain't got shit to say about her because he ain't played her. He don't like her. He call her banjo shit.
So what do you think?
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I don't know much about her.
All right, so also I should have said this before we started, but this is gonna be like an overall tier list, guys. So like this is I'm thinking in my head about how a character is overall, not like just in solos, not just in trios, not just in tag matches or whatever the case may be. Like I'm thinking about, can this character hold its own, get combo damage, juggle, and help the team in a significant way. That's what really makes a character S tier for me. If y'all come on this video and be like, well, I think this person's really good, you know, for solos, well, that really doesn't matter for this video because I'm doing overall. Like, how is the character overall? So, next one, Darya. So, Darya was in my top 3 characters when this game came out, and then I realized that she's not S tier as I thought she was, and I'll explain that. Darya, to me, since this is an overall character tier list, I really feel like she's in the A tier with Aura. I think she has maybe a little bit better range than Aura, but her basic on her third basic attack it registers as 2 hits. So you got to get used to that learning curve of you know, canceling your specials after that 3rd hit, and it's technically 4 hits that you've already done to the opponent. Also, I just feel like her abilities take too long to cast. So when I was playing her, a lot of times you really have to keep your distance. Like, distance is everything with her, more than any other range character in my opinion, even Momo, because you can still kind of catch some people up close with Momo if you can get the fans off not quick enough. So I think Darya is A tier literally because her skills take too long to cast. When she casts her magic, man, if a person is in your face, you're not getting it off. They're just gonna knock you out of it, and then you gotta wait on your cooldowns. But I love the character, man. She's one of the most complex characters in the game because she has elements to her abilities. You know, she got the fire, she got the lightning, she got the ice, and all her abilities change based off which one you choose. And you know, some are more damaging than others. Some don't really do much damage at all and just set people up to get trapped. She's a really good character. She's best in 3s to me. Solos, I think Darya is not that great at all. It's very hard to win with her alone. Let's get into Doggy, man. All right, Doggy, man, I'm sorry, she's S tier. I still think she's S tier, even though she got nerfed, and you know, her revive mechanic is less health back than it was when it started out. I initially, when this game came out, I felt like Doggy and Momo were like broken, not even S tier, just like broken. So now that they done kind of brought her down a little bit, I still think she's still in S tier. She can launch. She's not the best juggle character, but you can, you know, juggle with your first skill. Her triangle skill, her second skill, it tracks enemies for a certain distance. You know, people can outrun it and whatnot, but it's a really good move that you need to really be using a lot. Her beam kind of sucks in my opinion, but it can do a lot of damage. Her best ability in my opinion is her third skill, where she can literally knock everyone the fuck out, and then that just sets up your whole team to get free damage or do a super or whatever. So when that move comes out and it's an invulnerable dash, like, people just scatter, they just run. She's scary when that shit's out. So she's a really good character. She got the fastest super in the game. Her super is basically instant, and then on top of that, she can avoid all fall damage. Basically, if she keeps her revive mechanic, which you can only use it once in a match, but if you pay attention to, you know, your revive mechanic, if you fall off a cliff, you're gonna live. You're not even gonna take the fall damage. You get to get right back up. So she can kind of counter fall damage, which fall damage is so busted in this game. She's just a really fucking strong character, bro. Really strong. S tier for me for sure. All right, man. We got Jackie Ling, Gaiyan. We got the Drunken Master, man. This one's really tough. A lot of people are gonna probably be mad at me with this one, but I really feel like Jackie Ling is B tier. First B tier we got. I just think he requires way too much to win fights. When you get him to like level 17 or 18 in the game, then he just starts mollywopping the fuck out of people. I will give him that. You'll find out when you play him, man, the mechanic of using his passive to get his super armor. And I wish Dre was here to talk about him, because this is like one of Dre's favorite characters to play, and he's also one of my favorite characters to play too. He's just cool. But overall, I think his basics are kind of slow. I like all his abilities, I really do, but the passive is really what would make him like a way better character if you had some way to really get that off quicker. If you don't know, after every skill you use, if you tap the button after you use the skill, he'll drink, and if you fill out that time that he drinks, he'll get super armor, and most people won't let you do that. They'll hit you. They can hit you right out of it. So that's the main problem with it. But obviously his best move is his second skill, where he just spews fucking fire on you and you're just burning and you're stuck in place. And people, you can catch people running with that shit all the time. Also, if you're running away from people and you turn around, you can just spew that right on him, and he's just really good in that aspect. I like all the mines that he can set around, and you can set up a mine in front of you and heal behind it or heal inside of it, and people can't really push you. You can also use that mechanic to drink, but like I said, people really find ways around it. It's not like it's a big ass circle you can sit in and drink. So he has some issues. I definitely think he does. In solos, he's not good at all in my opinion. But as a team support character, I really think in threes he's viable. We've won plenty of games. I clutched up and killed like 4 people by myself with this character before. So
he carried that one.
Yeah, so he's very manageable, but he's not at the top of the tier list in my opinion. He's kind of mid, man. So let's get into D Woods, boy. Pigsy, man. D Wood, I'm gonna let you do this one. What do you feel like Pigsy should be? I already know what Pigsy is for me, but
oh man, if it wasn't for his combo string, I'd say he'll be an S, bro. But his fourth ability saved him. So man, I say put Pigsy at an A, cause he perfect. Cause I don't know, in this game, people love to run, man. They want to start smoke, get a couple hits in, but when they start losing, they want to take off. You pop that fourth ability, put that cage around them, they can't get off. And hey, man, we don't want a whole bunch of games with that one.
All right, so I'm gonna disagree with you. I really think Pigsy's S tier as fuck.
Heck no, man.
Yeah,
they be
bro.
Man, his combo string, they be rolling out of it all the time.
Yeah, I get that he's slow, but I feel like, bro, like he has a launcher, which is what we need. The only thing I don't like about Pigsy when I played him in training mode, because I haven't played him in a match yet, you can't really do anything after you get the launcher. Like most characters, if you get a launcher, you'll have a second skill, like your second or third skill, that you can use to knock them down with or get more damage. So like his second skill right there is like he just turns into a big ball of fire basically. And then his third ability is what I forgot. The feng shui shit, right?
Yeah, he get that shield. It brings everybody in, and then he also knocks them down.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, chat, he's still S tier because I feel like he has the most broken shit in the game when it comes to caging people in. But the only person who can really counter that is Wukong. And then also when you're playing Pigsy, you have to be aware of your surroundings when you drop that cage. If you're on a hill, people can just run out of it or jump out of it. So it's kind of tedious with how you got to use it. You got to use it on a flat surface pretty much. But I think a character in this game where niggas just run so much, he's the only character that literally can prevent that shit for the most part. Like you can just trap people inside of your gate, and then the whole floor is on fire. And then if you pop your second skill with him, he's on fire, and then he has a launcher. It's Pigsy's S tier in my opinion. The only thing that probably wouldn't make him S tier is, like I said, his combo route is literally you have one launcher and then after that you just do whatever, because none of his other moves link into the combo that you did to launch the opponent. That'd be the only knock to him. But D Wood want to put him in A tier, so I'll put him in A tier because D Wood plays his character way more than me. But just so y'all know, I think he's S tier. Let's go A tier, man. That's fine. All right. We got Julian next, man. The motherfucking Ryu poster boy of the game. All that good shit. I'm conflicted about Julian, but I do know Julian is fucking S tier, chat. We just gotta, it is what it is. Julian is S tier because He has invulnerability in frames on his dodging and shit. He get the double dodge so he can counter Momo and a bunch of other people. He has the Scorpion get over here move that literally just got buffed in the last patch, so it extends way longer than it used to. So he can really catch people slipping. Also, I'm pretty sure he's the only character in the game that has a launcher off his double martial arts. I don't think anybody else in the game has it. So he can literally get 2 juggles, and 1 juggle doesn't even cost him a skill. So yeah, if you don't think that's S tier, that you're crazy, because he literally can do two martial arts on you and put you in the air. June's really boring though. I mean, he really doesn't have much for me to talk about, but he's S tier. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Devin, if you want to chime in, you play some June. If you want to chime in on that, you can.
Yeah, June hands down S tier. The only thing, he S tier.
yeah, he's S tier. Like even if you dodge out of June's combos, his combo strings have such a huge hitbox that it'll still catch you when you've rolled behind him. So like he's a good character. He's a really good character. So we're gonna move on from June. I ain't got much to say about him. Alright, we got World of Warcraft guy. What's his name? Jeong Hong? Or what's his name? Gaiyan Zhou. That's his name. My bad. Gaiyan Zhou. Alright. This dude right here, bro. I got beat up by one of my subscribers, Eco, with this dude in a tag match. And I totally slept on him. He's really fucking good, bro. Really fucking good. But he's not S tier. He's A tier, chat. Sorry. Alright, so technically I think he's the only like true tank in this game. Like literally he can super armor through a lot of shit. He has a launcher, he has a mechanic where he can pull out his shield. I think that's his third ability, he can pull out his shield. Devin, if you want to correct me on all this shit, because you can look at it, I can't look at it. But he has a shield that he can pull out that I'm pretty sure blocks projectiles as well. He can get in on people without them being able to do anything with him. His second skill is like he'll throw his shield and it turns into this like Kung Lao spinning blade, and it's good to end combos with. All around, to me, a really good character and tanky as fuck, man. But obviously I don't know the most about the character because I've only played him like once and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I did witness him go crazy. Like, and he got abilities to pull people in and do damage, and he's just a monster, bro. He's definitely A tier in my opinion. D Wood, you got anything to say about him?
Yeah, bro, his passive just crazy. It gives him a free break, basically, dog. He take enough damage, you smash him off him just like a break.
Yeah, I think Mir got that shit too, huh?
Sure. Yeah, I think Mir got it too, Glory.
Alright, so the next person we got is Mimi, man. This is gonna be my first C tier character, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not too much a fan of Mimi outside of the way she looks. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna put Mimi in C tier. I really don't like that she does have a launcher, but it's very hard to get off. Like sometimes the launcher just whiffs. They need to increase the hitbox on it. Overall, her weapon is very slow. Her attacks are just slow. Like Pigsy's faster than her. But you can juggle. You can juggle with her with her first ability, and then you cancel it into her second ability, which does a lot of damage. And then her third ability is kind of the same as Momo's. I'm pretty sure her and Momo are related from the same tribe or clan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same village. I don't know where they from, but they got similar kits, man. But she's definitely the weaker one out of the two. And then her fourth skill, she creates this big AoE like fire damage like circle around her, but she's fucking immobile. Like, so she can't do anything. You have to just hit the button again to get out of it, and then it'll pull people towards it. But bro, I can't tell y'all how many times where I would just sit there and burn people the fuck up, and I would still die way faster than the people I burned up. It's just not cool to me. Overall, I don't know what her passive is. Devin, what's her passive if you don't mind checking? Overall, she's a C tier character to me. She's not that great, but she's not dog shit. Like you can make some stuff happen with her.
She spread flames on the final attack. So nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Yeah, so Mimi C tier, man. That's all I'm gonna say about her.
That's our first C, huh?
Yeah, bro.
That's tough.
Next, we got Jason Momoa Mir, man. I don't know where to put Mir, man, but I think I'm gonna put Mir right in B tier with Jackie Lean. I just think he's not that great, but he's not trash. Like, I had a 10 bomb with Mir the other day and we won. He's a really cool character to play. His kid is his moves are fun. Like, but I catch myself like not really catching people with it. Like, you would think his range is kind of crazy, but he's kind of slow. So a lot of people just roll out of it over and over. He has a launcher. My best thing about him is the fourth skill, where you just spin, and you just put your two sticks together and spin that motherfucker, and it just does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage, man. Like I did that to a whole team when we were fighting, I think like yesterday, and it just does a ton of damage when you're high level with him. But other than that, man, he's just a normal character, bro. Like, he's normal. I don't know his passive either, Devin. What's his passive? I think his passive is if you hit him a lot, then he gets to just break too.
Yeah, but here's a little bit better. He do a debuff. He also dropped the opponent's armor.
Right. So that's a pretty decent passive. But other than that, I mean, he has a launcher. He has combo potential, but overall he's kind of slow. A lot of people can counter him and just get out of his moves because of that. I don't know, man. He's just alright, chat. He's just alright. Now we got, the most toxic person at one point in this game. We got Momo, man. Let's talk about Momo. I still think Momo's S tier. That's tough. All right, so as we know, Momo was considered broken in the first week of this game. Her knives or her fans, whatever you want to call them, she's basically Katana in my opinion. They were too fast. Literally, you could just spam them, and you didn't even have to worry about trying to learn her combo routes. You could just spam them. And a lot of people were struggling to deal with it because she's in the long range category with Aura, Darya, and Yoon. But she does way more range and damage than they can possibly do, So she was just tough to deal with, and people just ran away from her for the most part, man. I was hitting 12 bombs with her, it was just like easy. And then she's easy to do minion clears. She's easy to fight bosses with because she doesn't have to really get into people's faces to fight. It's just overall a good character. She can launch people. Her R1 and triangle, her second skill, it does a lot of damage. You can catch multiple people in it. Her third skill is basically similar to Mimi's. She can get in and follow up on somebody. So like what I like to do with Momo is, I'll go into 3 basic attacks, and then I'll go into the first skill, which launches, do 3 more basic attacks, and then go into the second skill, which does a bunch of damage and knock them down. And then when they're knocked down, I'll press the third skill, and then I'll just rush them, and you can hit it twice, and she'll do 2 of them. And man, people will be finished after that. But on top of that, chat, she has a blade move for her 4th ability that literally makes a circle of blades around the opponents. They can get out of it. It's not like Pigsy's, but it does a ton of damage if you just sit in that shit. And if you combine that with Pigsy, it's just hard to deal with. So, and then you can close it out and cash out more damage. Momo is really tough. They nerfed her and slowed her, her knives down, the rate you can throw, the basic attacks. They also fixed some of her movement, like when she throws them, I think she moves forward farther than she used to, because sometimes in the first week of this game it would feel like you would throw them and you really wouldn't move forward at all. When she would throw them, you can kind of sit in the same spot. They nerfed her a little bit, but it wasn't enough to knock her out of S tier, man. In my opinion, she's just tough. Devin, you want to say anything about Momo? Pretty much said it.
Yeah. Basically, bro. Momo is S tier, hands down.
All right, man. We got my boy Mumyoung, man. Motherfucking Mumyoung. This is a tough one to do too, because
Mumyo, huh?
Me personally, I want to put Mumyoung in S tier, but I can't. I can't. He's A tier though. He's A tier. Mumyoung requires a lot of skill to play, and a lot of people don't know that. But he has one of the most stylish combo routes in the game. He has a launcher, which is great. His passive also allows him to go invisible, so he has multiple ways of going invisible. He can hide in the bush, he can use his passive, and you use that just by holding square. And I think it has like a 30-something second cooldown. So he's really good in that aspect, and he's one of the most damaging people in this game. He does major damage when you level him up, and then he also has an ability to create a clone of himself that goes off and does an auto combo for you. And if you press the button again, you'll teleport to that clone that just pieced up somebody, and then you'll get it's just crazy. You'll get some more damage off of that. He can throw his mask with, I think, his third ability. If you aim it at a person, if it hits that person, you press the button again, and then you pounce right on top of them. So it's a teleporting move. His second skill is you can basically, what I like to do, which is highly skillful, you can aim that shit on the top of people and bounce them up. It's crazy. Then also, like I said, his first ability is a launcher as well. So his kit is really, really, really strong, but it takes a lot of practice, like a lot of practice. A lot of people struggle with Mumyoung because his range isn't that good. He basically, he's hitting like right in front of him. So you got to really rush people down and be in people's faces. And like I said, he's basically an assassin, so he does high damage, but he has low health. So you have to, get in, get out, do your damage, and let it be what it's going to be. And that's really what it boils down to. But I don't think he's S tier. He's close to it, man. But he's missing something. I don't know what it is, but he's missing something. So yeah. D Wood, you got anything on him?
I don't know. I think he can go ahead and be S tier, man.
Nah, bro.
That's just me though.
I want to, but these people that I'm putting in S tier, I feel like are easier to play with than Mumyoung. Like, I don't think Mumyoung is easier to play than Aiden, Doggy, Julian, and Momo. Like, Momo is pretty easy to play, I'll give you that, but Momo's abilities are better than Mumyoung's. They require like no skill to pull off.
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah.
I just think since he's a harder character to play, has very limited range, he can't go into S tier. All right, but next we move into Sam, man. Y'all know how I feel about Sam. Sam is the only nigga in the game, and we need to fix that. We need more black people in this game. But fuck it, Apex just put their first black male in the game in season 10. So, whatever. We just don't get no shine in these BRs, chat. But Sam is dog shit. Sam fucking sucks, man. Sam sucks so bad, I'm putting him in the needs buff tab. All Father bless me buff, so that I'm allowed to slaughter, because Sam is fucking trash. I've had some crazy games with him, and I've won a few matches with Sam. He's a super cool character, bro. Like, his outfits are dope, minus the disco joint. But he's really fucking fun to play, but his range isn't that great. He's the only support character on the game, like true support character that's supposed to heal the team, but it's locked behind skills. And if you use your first skill, if teammates are around, it'll heal them, but you gotta wait on the cooldown to come back. So it's not like you can just spam that to heal your team. And then on top of that, his other skill that's supposed to heal people, where he does all the feng shui and shit and meditates and just walks around, people can just slap the fuck out of him, beat him up, and then he takes the damage that his teammates are taking, and he just sacrifices himself. It is just stupid. I love my niggas and I love playing with them, but I don't want to die for them because I have to, like, just to support. So he's just bad. He doesn't have a launcher either. He has a nice ass combo route though. If you use his second skill after the basic attacks, and then after a couple of martial arts, you use this second skill. It does a bunch of punches and shit, and then you can press it again when they're down on the ground, do more punches, and then also you can cancel that into the third skill, which is just a big ass fist, just drops down on people, does a lot of fucking damage.
Pistol
It's really
Boo.
cool. It's some cool shit. Sam is really cool as a character, but he needs to fucking buff. Like, he needs to be a true support character. Maybe they need to like do something different with his passive. Like, I don't know, maybe if he gets a certain level in the match, he just can like heal people over time or something. I don't know. That might be broken, but he needs something to where he's an actual support. Because right now you're sacrificing a lot to support your teammates, and you end up not supporting them at all because you're gonna be dead at the end of it, and then they're outnumbered. How beneficial is that when you really think about it? He's just a trash character. Only nigga on the game though. So, you know, BLM. Play him sometimes and just have fun with Sam, but don't think you finna go crazy with him because he's trash. All right, we got Sandy next. Sandy is very, very, very difficult to place because she doesn't have a launcher, man. And sometimes we want to put Sandy in S tier, but it's hard to put characters without a launcher in S tier. But you can make an argument that she's an S tier character because she does a ton of damage and she can slow enemies and lock people in place. But I gotta put her in A, man. I gotta put her in A. That's just how I'm feeling because she doesn't have a launcher. And I don't think the things that she does makes up for not having one. I like her first ability because it's an ranged ability. You charge it up, it does more damage. It's like a big ass icicle that you throw at people, but people can just dodge it. You feel me? But if you get hit by that motherfucker, it hurts. Her second ability creates a big frost path that you can catch people in. You can catch multiple people. You pair her up with Darya, they're tough together. I don't know. She's all right, man. Her third ability, if you get that off in time, you can slow them up. So basically what I like to do, I like to use the frost path, then do a few more basics, and then go into the third skill. Slow them so when they come out of that frost path they're still slowed technically, and then start throwing some shards at them, man. See if I can hit something and apply pressure. With Sandy, you just want to apply pressure, and your shard skill is your best friend, and your slow skill is your best friend. Those both come back very fast. The ability with the frost path, the second ability, takes the longest to come back. I think it's like 30 something seconds, so that's a long time. So you have to use that wisely and make sure you do it in a combo. Don't do it just as the first thing that you do because people will just dodge it. And if you're gonna do it as the first thing that you throw out, you need to make sure you catching someone off guard with it. But always use it in a combo for the most part because it takes the longest to get back. That's my advice with Sandy. Her passive is really cool. She'll like dodge backwards out of skills and shit. So she has a nice quick step. But I don't think it's crazy. I think it's useful. It's a nice utility to have. And then her beam attack, I think her beam attack is way better than Doggy's. Way easier to manage, and it has like the longest fucking range of all time. So if you freeze a bunch of people, you can just beam them the fuck up, like real talk. So Sandy's a strong character, man. You can't chase her. If you chase her down, she can just turn around and slow you, and then you can't chase her anymore. So she's anti-chase for sure. I know that's a lot about her. I know I had a lot to say about her, but it's literally because she doesn't have a launcher that she's not an S tier for me. So now we finna move on to my boy, my boy, the Monkey King himself. The Monkey King himself, Wukong. This is tough. Wukong has been the most talked about character in the game. When I first played this game, I thought he was dog shit. But it was literally because I didn't know what I was doing. And I just made a misinterpretation of the character. He's pretty fucking good. The question is, Devin, should we put Wukong in S tier or A tier? Those are the only two options. He's not anything below that. But a lot of people are having trouble with Wukong. I made a guide on him, and I'm pretty sure that didn't help the community. It just probably made people play Wukong more, and that's sad. But Wukong is very tough to deal with for a lot of people, but he's not for me because I play him. He's my main character on this game. I'm going to say Wukong is still S tier.
Yeah, no doubt S tier. No doubt.
But there are people who are saying Wukong is broken. Like, the best character in the game, he's better than everybody, he's cheap. This is not the case. Everything Wukong does is very predictable, or has the chance to be predictable. That's why in my guide I said Wukong has to be played in an unpredictable way, because if you don't play him that way, you can just counter him. A lot of people are scared of his pole ability where it extends out and it catches you, then it's a launcher and it brings you back to him. A lot of people are afraid of that. but you can just block it. You know, just block it. And if a Wukong uses it and misses that on you, yes, it's his fastest ability. It comes back in like 12 seconds, I think. But after he uses that, that's one of his launchers gone. So just go pressure him. And then if you pressure him and he uses his third ability, which is when he hops up on the pole and he gets another free launcher, you can block it. A lot of people just don't block it. They try to dodge it or they try to run away. And he has great tracking on that move, but you can just block it. And if you block it, he's stunned for so long if he doesn't connect with you that you get a full combo on him. So guys, understand that Wukong is not broken. He's not broken. His clone is pretty powerful because he can leave an after image and then he can go, you know, sneak behind you or go hide in a bush or heal or whatever. If you walk when you're in that ability, you'll stay invisible for longer. So Wukong can get out of, I will agree, Wukong can get out of any sticky situation more than anybody on the game. I would say Sandy is the next person with that. And then right under Sandy is Mumyoung because he can go invisible as well. So Wukong is very tricky in that aspect of getting out of sticky situations. And then on top of that, his AoE with his fourth ability is kinda broken, but I think it's worth it. I mean, you still gotta get to level 10 to even take advantage of that, but it's worth it. Wukong is supposed to be a strong character, man. Like, and it feels good to have a game where Wukong is finally kinda getting the respect that he deserves, because everything's based off Wukong. Goku's based off Wukong. You feel me? Like, Goku's one of the strongest people to ever be created in anime history. You know, so if not the strongest. So it just boils down to it, like, man, if they take stuff from Wukong, like, he's gonna not be Wukong. Like, he's one of the strongest people to ever fucking live, you know? Like, that's just what it is. So Wukong is S tier for sure. You just gotta know how to deal with him. You gotta, when his cooldowns are on, you know, when his abilities are on cooldowns, so you just gotta go rush him, man, and beat his ass. It's really what it boils down to. And then, Devin, do you want to say anything about Wukong before I go on?
Nah, S tier. Ain't nothing else to say about him, bro.
All right, next we have Tao. Tao is in D tier for me, chat. He's trash.
Who?
I know my buddy Death is gonna hate that because Tao is his favorite person, and Clips also loves Tao. You know, they think Tao has gotten this secret buff and now he does way more damage. That's cool, but he has no launcher. You have to take advantage of people that you knock down, and in this game, people get up off the ground super fast, so they don't allow you to even capitalize off that. He's slow. His moves are weird. You can just roll out of most of the shit. He has a feng shui move too. I forgot exactly what it does because I don't care. But Tao's just trash, man. And I want the Kung Fu Panda to be better. But I'm not even gonna put him in the needs buff category with Sam because I just don't care about the character. I could have put him there because technically he's above Sam, so it's like me saying, you know, he's better than Sam. But I honestly think he is better than Sam, but that doesn't make him good at all. That's all I gotta say about Tao. I ain't say much, and I know people are gonna come to this video and talk shit and try to convince me why Tao is, you know, the best character in the fucking game. But you can't convince me of that. He has no launcher. Like, I don't care. He's bad. And lastly, but not least, personally, my second favorite person to play on the game is my boy Yoon. D Wood has played Yoon from day one, but he also didn't know none of the shit that I know now that he now knows. He was just playing him because he's cool. Yoon is arguably like the most coolest nigga on the game. Like, the nigga can leave his body and attack people and summon a fucking Black Panther or Black Tiger or whatever. He's very cool. But guess what? Yoon is definitely in B tier for me. That's tough. Devin will feel differently, I promise y'all. But Yoon is one of the hardest characters to execute with. And I'm speaking strictly for console players. On PC, if you're a PC player watching this, Yoon is fucking S tier because you can press one button to execute his stuff. But on console, we gotta press two buttons. So sometimes we can mess up getting our skills off. We can accidentally jump by pressing R1 and X. We can accidentally dodge by pressing R1 and circle. And Yoon's main ability in his combo routes that gets some really stylish combos is R1 and circle or L1 and circle, depending on what you use. This nigga has a marked ability. He can mark enemies And long as you stay within a very reasonable distance, you can just tag their ass when they're trying to run away. A lot of people might not know that, but I'm gonna make a Yoon video very soon to explain all of this shit to y'all. A lot of people play Yoon and they just spam his basics because he has one of the longest basic attack strings in the game. Even if you dodge out of it, I think his shit doesn't have the range that Yoon has, but that shit just feels like it keeps going forever. He has a launcher with his first ability. His triangle ability, I use it after I mark enemies, because if you use it after you mark enemies, it pulls them back to you. So you're literally able to pressure again. His tiger move is really fucking great. The 4th skill that you get at level 10 is really great, but you are immobile, like you're literally dead on the ground and your soul comes out of your body and you're able to spam your abilities. You know, they still have a cooldown, but they have a faster cooldown. And how you want to play them is you want to mark as many people as possible throughout the match so you can stack that shit up. And if you stack it up, by the time you use your black tiger move, it'll do more damage and your skills will come back faster, for those who don't know that shit. So he's just really fucking fun, but he's super technical. I think Mumyoung is the 2nd hardest character to execute with, and Yoon is the first. Like, he's the hardest one to execute with. You literally have to find ways to mark enemies. If you don't mark enemies, he's not as good. So I can't put him in A tier or S tier. He's way too hard to play. He's very mid when it comes to console. It's hard to win matches with him. But man, when you rolling with him and you got your buttons just hitting that day, that nigga is a problem. Like, he's a mad problem. D Wood, that's our last character. You want to say anything about it?
Oh man, I definitely would have gave him that A, man. But after hearing your reasonings, dog, I guess I can agree with the B, man. But nah, he's definitely a fun character to play for sure. I've been having fun with him since day one, man. And like you said, I didn't even know what I was doing with him. But definitely, if they do, if they do anything with his level 4 though, because he definitely takes way too much damage. Like him and Sam, they gotta rework their level 4s for sure, bro.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, nigga's a fun. He's a fun dude to play.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, man, there you have it, chat. I know this was a long ass video, but we had to go into depth about majority of the characters, even the characters that we don't know like the back of our hand. We still had to talk about them and at least say our piece. Not saying it's the best tier list video to ever come out. You know, I'm not saying that. These are all our opinions. That doesn't make us correct. But we have put a lot of hours in this game to realize who's strong and who's not, who's mid, who's trash, who's dog shit, who needs a buff. Sam, you know. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this content, man. If you enjoyed the content, like I said, definitely like the content, like the video. My bad, like the video. Comment if I was wrong about your main. Let me know if I was wrong about your main. This should be a big discussion video. And also subscribe and definitely turn on those notifications so you don't miss another banger video. And also follow me on Twitch. The link is in the description. Even go follow my nigga Devin. He don't stream on anything, but you know, go follow Devin. I don't know what he want me to add in the description, but we'll figure it out. Maybe nothing, you know, just show him some love in the streams. That'll make him happy. I appreciate y'all, man, as usual, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this video. It was very fucking long, but it was very fun to finally have a discussion about this game. I fuck with y'all because y'all fuck with me. And if you don't fuck with me, then finish that, bruh. It's very simple. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.